Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I hope you are well today. I really am grateful for all of you who came to the Metaphysical Fair yesterday. That was awesome. Uh, Upcoming events at the Healing Studio that are offered hybrid virtual. Next Friday, we will have the guides group, which is where basically it's like a spirit circle where I call in the guides and they kind of give me information about all of the people there. It's only 8 people. I think there might be one spot left. So just check it out. Okay, so here I'll give you my website to check out the events that are coming up. And we still have sound baths. New moon's been great, although we just had new moon, so it'll be a little bit before the next one rolls around. Um, I have a manifesting mini retreat next month too, which is a whole day of manifesting in person. So, anyways, let's see. So let's start our card readings. Me please for a card will get you a card for you. I will do as many as I can in the time that we have. I normally get to everybody. So, but we're going to start with our weekly 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go from there. Oh, I'm using on our behalf here. This is the Platinum Ray Spray, Galactic Federation. I've got a couple of um, I've got a couple of stones here, but this one is seraphonite, and it is good for health and well-being, and it actually helps you kind of erase family lineage stuff. So if you got like illness that runs in the family, seraphonite's a good stone to carry around with you. Okay, so let's get going here. Let's see what the week brings. Oh, starting off with some surrender. Okay, so this is always good. I just actually did a healing meditation recording on this. Releasing expectation, releasing the transactional behaviors where I'm giving you this, so you have to give me that, or I expect you to be this way because I've behaved that way. This is asking you to just allow the universe to show you what else can happen. Surrender is a difficult thing to know how to do or tell somebody how to do it, but this week at the beginning, that's what we're being asked to do. Okay, helper card for the week is presence sideways. Okay, so what this is saying is that we want to be actively being in presence as best that we can. So activating the witness, activating compassion, activating way more of yourself in the moment. Okay, so this is being with yourself and noticing where you're not being with yourself. And then towards the end of the week, big evolutionary changes are happening. This is the tip of the iceberg card. So things are just starting to blossom. So that's going to be really great. There's a lot of beneficial energies. There's some so difficult energies right now too, but there's a lot of beneficial energies to manifesting those next projects and really coming into what you said you wanted. Okay. So let's get started. I'm this week I'm using the Flower Evolution deck again. They're very beautiful cards, and the flowers want to play right now. So, um, I'm having allergies today. Sorry. All right. So then we're going to start off with the 1, 2, 3. That way, if you're watching this later, you can get a card, or if you're watching live, you can start to get a card. If we start to see 3 cards in a row, then the same card, then it's going to be a message for all of us. And if you hear a message that is relevant to you, it probably is for you too. Because like the guides group this next week, we are, they like to gather together. They like to bring their messages together. So, all right, here we go. So start with, and just see what resonates with you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just pick out which one resonates with your heart. All right, let's see what if you picked 1, your focus for the week is Firestar Orchid, wild creativity and thinking outside the box. Okay, so lots of innovation for you if you picked 1. If you picked 2, you're working on laughter and letting your inner child play. Okay, so this is feeling not so serious, like letting the seriousness go. That's probably part of that surrender message. If you picked 3, you're going to be working on letting it all hang out in total comfort with Mountain Laurel. It's basically don't hold on to anything too tightly. Have confidence that it's coming. Okay, so woohoo! That sounds like a good week overall. The cards are Sounding pretty positive. I'm looking forward to it. All right, Cynthia, got you first on the list. And like I said to you guys before, the best way to get on the top of the list is to go to YouTube because it lets you put comments earlier. But it also, you can subscribe to it and put have the bell button tell you when I do go live too. All right, Cynthia, you've got Trumpet Vine, which is effortless speech and freeing your voice. Okay, so this is feeling your inner feelings and then communicating them with some really strong self-care involved. Okay, so kindness with yourself, but and you think about that surrender, being fully present. The guides are saying don't speak much of the past that you do not want to continue. Speak more of the present that you would like to grow and expand. Always good advice, I think. Rob, your card for this week is Black Bat Flower. This is fierce compassion and advocating for yourself. This is like productive anger. Actually, this is like tell the truth, say what needs to be said. It's okay to do that. This week you are definitely going to need to speak your mind, say what's necessary. That might be part of the surrendering. Again, actually, the guides are piling on with Cynthia's message, which is say what you need to say about now and let the past be the past. It's like bygones, but do say what needs to be said now. Okay. All right, CC. This is your night blooming Sirius. It's fearless and taking the leap. Okay. So it's really yearning to make a leap of personal growth. This card is saying, go ahead, take a personal growth. There's no limitations in holding you back. You can always be in a growth mindset no matter what, if you want to. So your guides are saying this week would be a good risk-taking week for you in a positive, healthy way, of course. Okay. Mountain River. You've got Jade Succulent, which is presence. Okay. And the presence is, this is very much goes with that card we saw at the beginning. Okay. So this is very much being expansive with your chi by being present and kind of give yourself, when you do that, more ideas come out of you. And so this is a week where you could let ideas come through. I know when I drum up lots of work for myself because I have lots of creative ideas. That's kind of what your guides are saying. All right, Tiff, you've got African Daisy, playfulness, be silly, joyful humility. All right, so this is a lot of taking some responsibilities off your shoulders this week and let yourself have some fun. It's, one of those things where, yeah, we could be working really hard and need to be taking some things seriously, but also it's good to laugh and not take things too seriously too often, right? All righty, Nicole, you're working on wild hawkweed. Okay, so wholeness and falling in love with yourself. Okay, just, it's kind of like self-sufficiency and feeling love from yourself, and not relying on anyone else for that love, and then seeing how that will expand. So that surrender into self-love, presence with self-love, so that that evolution can happen this week. Okay. Seth, your card for the week is Red Hibiscus, which is asking you to get a fresh perspective and hit the refresh button. I feel like you've been getting this message before. It says that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that there is, when you let yourself be in this energy, that you have the emotional stress that you've been letting kind of drive things can soften and shift. Okay, so that whole surrender, the emotional stress. Barbara, you got Mountain Laurel. You got total comfort and letting it all hang out. Play it big. Let yourself let go. Check in with what you're holding on to tightly. This is the second time we've seen this. So this is dissolving tension. If you picked 3 at the beginning, and it's doubling down. If you didn't pick 3, then you're getting a build up on that. So really, like, let yourself just be comfortable this week. Don't hold back. Don't be shy, that kind of stuff. Okay. Diane, your week focus is Squash Blossom. And this is about liberation and feeling free in your body. So this is it can be healthy expression of your second chakra. Okay. So emotions, creativity, and sexuality. So this week that's the focus. And the guides are also saying notice where you have fear of losing control, and just let that fear kind of soften and be more in that kind of present state where you can lose control and still be safe. All right, Janelle. Janelle, you're being asked to use some nasturtium this week, which is spontaneity and spicing up your life, because too much routine can make you a stuck, stagnant person. So this is saying give yourself some spontaneity. Drive a different way to work. Eat something different for breakfast. Pick a different time of day to do what you normally do, kind of thing. Okay. Donnie, you got Rose, which is tenderness and nurturing yourself. Okay. And this is actually really asking just to be kind and let some old emotional wounds kind of clear. So if you think about that message that we've been getting, like, don't speak into today, what was the past that you don't want to keep going? But sometimes we need to process and get it out. So this is what you're getting, is kind of this week would be a good week to nurture yourself into processing out some old wounds. Kimberly, your focus for the week is Red Bird of Paradise, which is get it done, focus, get it, effortless action, get it, your to-do list going and do it, is what your guides just said. So I feel like your guides have been saying that for a bit. I really do feel like you're on the stage of something that's like requiring you to first start the ball rolling. Heather, you have got Jasmine, which is self-appreciation. You are beautiful. Confidence and radiance and being less shy. Okay. So being a little more willing to, kind of radiate your happiness, kind of without worry of what people will think of you. Okay. Robin, you've also got Birds of Paradise, which is focus, get it done. Okay, so check in with overwhelm, procrastination, and any distraction or avoidance. And remember, be so super present this week with that. And then focus on what you said you want to get done. Okay, Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you got Rose, which is we've seen already once before. Nurture yourself, soften the hard edges, gentle strength. Old wounds might be coming up this week too, as we kind of do the surrender. So let yourself take good care of yourself during that process. Matthew, your ask for this week is to focus on gardenia, which is shift your perception and transform your weaknesses into strengths. You can't, there's aspects of yourself that you'd rather avoid. And this week it's like, nope, turn those aspects into, rather than avoiding them, into some sort of strength or understanding about yourself in the world. Okay. Michaela, you've got Pink Lotus, which is divine wisdom and looking within. This is actually taking away kind of like anything that's in the way of your spiritual path. And so it's kind of a catalyst for really all things spiritual. So with that evolution card and that surrender card, I think it's going to be a good week to be present with your spirit. Kimberly and Jamie. Kimberly, you got papaya flower, receptivity, gentle is powerful. Collaborate, don't, instead of compete this week. Balance the doer and the beer, okay? Let yourself be cooperative with the people around you. You don't have to watch out for being competitive, is kind of what I'm hearing. Okay. Jamie, you've got black bat flower, which is what Rob also got. So this is dissolving irrational fears. It's also clearing out dread and worry, but it's also asking you to have, kind of an advocacy energy. Say what needs to be said. Again, in the present time, to move yourself forward. Okay. And surrender to the fact that the person that you're saying it to may react in a way that you don't expect, but that's okay. They have the right to respond how they're going to respond. You have the right to say what you have to say. Sam, you're focusing this week on nectarine blossom, which is sweetness, and you're among friends. So go ahead and get yourself some camaraderie this week. And, if you're feeling kind of inflammatory about your fellow humans, get around the ones that make you feel good about the world this week, so that you don't get yourself too down. Okay, Jenny. Jenny, your card is kind of taking its time here. All right, papaya flower. Second time we've seen this. Receptivity, gentle is powerful. It's also softens refusal to need help or ask for help, and it helps kind of define the masculine and feminine in the aspects of the self as well as the world. And the masculine and feminine aspects live in all of us, and we all have our own balance with it. And so this week, that's what you're kind of working towards, is balancing the doer and the beer. All right, Miranda, your focus for the week. Third time's a charm for this one. Papaya flower, gentle is powerful. Okay, so I just read this card for Jenny, and this is when the guides really, like what I said, they stack messages when they really need us to hear. Okay, so this card is asking us to be collaborative and balance the yin and yang qualities in us. We can't do it all ourselves. We are way better off if we do it with each other. So there's this collaboration and receptivity energy that wants to come in this week. And if you can be present for that collaboration, that it'll allow you to move more into that evolution phase that we talked about. Your projects will be more energized because somebody else is helping, because you're letting it. Okay. All right, Jordan. You've got trumpet vine. Second time we've seen this. Effortless speech, speaking with ease. Don't worry about fear of being heard. In fact, your guides say, sing it out, sing it to yourself, give yourself a singing voice, let yourself be able to hear that joyful sound that can come out of you, so that you can kind of open up a little bit more to what needs to be said this week. Tanya, your focus for the week is bird's foot lotus, which is contentment and taking charge. It is also asking you to stop fearing the worst. Don't stop worrying. Relax. Have a little bit more lightheartedness. The negativity doesn't serve us when we're trying to make positive changes. So just check in with that. Seriously wonderful, Courtney. You've got pink spirea. If you picked number 2 at the beginning, it's doubling down on you here, but it's just laughter and letting your inner child play. Joy, permission to be silly, permission to be your inner child, permission to be sensitive too, because the little inner child is sensitive. So, all right, Janice, we got hollyhock, which is softness of character, and soft is transformative. You are in a challenging change, is what your guides are saying. And when you stay in service to yourself and others, you will have it be soft change. It doesn't have to be negative or hard. So just gentleness, which is always nice to hear, right? Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, your card is Gardenia, which is second time we've seen this. Transform your weaknesses into strength, shift your perspective, look at your shadow self. Give yourself permission to look at all aspects because it's important right now. Kira, you've got Gravilia, which is fearless speech and speaking your mind. And this is like, don't hold back because you're trying not to hurt somebody's feelings this week. Obviously be kind with your words, but sometimes we can't help but hurt somebody's feelings, even if we don't intend to. And so sometimes you just need to say what you need to say. Okay. Finn, for you this week, you're going to focus on passion flower, which is healing sleep. Rest more, sleep more. Don't be fighting that dreamy sleep, because those dreams are helping restore you and make your whole creative forces stronger, because you're that restoration that happens when you sleep. Gina, you've got chandelier succulent, momentum, finish what you started. Don't stop now is what I just heard. Don't stop now. We're having a good time. Get that going, and whatever that momentum is, let yourself have playfulness about it, but also be very, very present, right? Let the past be the past. Presence. Blossoming lotus. You are using silk floss this week, which is confidence and time to shine. Self-assuredness. You got this. You are becoming the very thing you intended to become, and it's effortless. Yay. All right, focus on some confidence this week. Heidi. Okay, Red Bird of Paradise, third time we've seen it, you guys. So this is focus and get it done. Dissolve that procrastination or avoidance. Give yourself some passion and drive this week. So get some motivation along with that energy that we were getting to get ourselves into that evolution period, but we're also being asked to go ahead and just really get some really good focus this week, okay? Deanna and Rihanna. Okay, Deanna, your got pomegranate flower, which is strength and detoxing. So vitality through detox, kind of letting yourself notice where you're feeling exhausted and lack of energy and what might be causing that and how to cut that out this week. Okay. Rihanna, you're being asked to focus on the red clover, which is empathy and you being invincible. It's really strengthening your inner compassion and your energetic field and allow yourself to, when you're in that, to influence others. Okay. So influential week for you when you're feeling strong. Okay. Karen and Astrid. Karen, Euphrasia, intuition, be decisive, stop self-doubting yourself. Stop hesitating, stop having indecision. That's what this card is saying. This week would be a good week for you to just put those feelings, the self-doubt aside and start being confident in your choices. Astrid, you've got nectarine blossom, which is sweetness and being among friends. So camaraderie, friendliness, the people that want the best for you, be around them this week, okay? Really give that a priority. Gina, your priority this week. Hopefully you guys are watching, by the way, that spot right there, because that's where, even if we got two Kimberlys or two Ginas or whatever, you can see who's up. White water lily for you. Awareness and sharpening your senses, something's preventing you from seeing. And this week, you're going to be able to see it if you let yourself sharpen your senses. This is your five senses: your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. So this is a good week. Paying attention. There's a lot of information in our senses that sometimes we override. Stephanie, you've got the Bodhi tree, which is boundless love, and true love is unconditional. Okay, so express your love more profoundly this week. Be very expressive about your love, and then when you're freely sharing that, then it can be freely shared back with you. Okay. Okay, Althea. Okay. Oh, papaya flower. Fourth time we've seen this. Receptivity, gentle is powerful. Let's see. I'm going to read. Papaya flower teaches us how to be collaborative, flourish by attaining a healthy balance of yin and yang in ourselves and in our culture. Okay. It helps dissolve hardness of character, envy, or refusal to accept help. Okay. So this card, this is the fourth time we've seen it. So this means it's for all of us. But Althea, you in particular, this is really asking you to stay focused on that. Okay. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Sarah, you've got the white water lily, awareness, sharpen your senses. So again, like I said, they're stacking the messages here. This is the five senses, and giving yourself any clarity that you need. If you're feeling listless or dull in some way, give yourself some vital energy by getting some beautiful flowers or going and having a beautiful meal, something like that. Emily, you're going to work on bee balm, which is be still and have some hope. If you've been confronted with some things, it's time to get kind of back to hopefulness. Let yourself feel into the fact that you can have optimism even when there's a lot of things going on. So let yourself be hopeful, but also be still. Maybe a little meditating would work this week. Ashley, by the way, when I send out the notices for the week, I'm coming up in 30 minutes on my website, on my newsletter. I always include every week a free meditation. So you can check it out if you guys want. If you're not on my newsletter, I get on it on my website, but I always send out a free meditation every week. So, okay. So Ashley, Pink Magnolia, self-care. Take exquisite care of yourself this week. you're giving too much away to others. You're self-sacrificing. And this week that's got to stop, because it's time to surrender and let yourself not be the only one who's doing it all. Okay. All right. Well, I sailed through those today, didn't I? So it kind of helps that the flowers are very, very talkative. If you're still hanging out with me and you haven't typed me please, let me just put that up here for a second. That's how you get a card, is you type me please in the comments. But if we're hanging out waiting for any more me pleases to catch up with us, let me just throw a couple more cards about the evolution process, okay? So this, let's see, because that evolution that's coming at the end of the week, I feel like it really did start when the new moon and the eclipse and everything happened. So let's see what else wants to be known. Oh, first card I pull is evolution. So what it wants to be known is that this is actually happening. You can't stop it. It's blossoming. And really, it's a really important time for you guys to keep your sovereignty. And what that means is to keep into your truth, your freedom of thinking. There's lots of vying for your attention, lots of vying for your energy, and your energy is your divine will. So let yourself be in the process of keeping it for yourself. Don't give it away. Okay. A little bit more. There's the guided grace cards upside down. When it comes like this, it's like you're in charge. If you say to the guides, what should I do? The guides say, what do you want to do? That part in the book in Alice in Wonderland, when she says, which way should I go? And the Cheshire Cat says, well, which way do you want to go? It depends on where you want to go, where you're headed. And she says, well, I don't really know. And he says, well, then it doesn't really matter which way you go. That's kind of what this card is saying, is it doesn't matter which way you go if you don't have an idea of where you want to go. Okay. Yes, Barbara, I will give you a card for Jasper. Let me do one more card on the flow here. Okay, so we got peace and surrender again. So being surrendered, this is the message that's just coming through. The yin and yang symbol on this card, balancing the doer with the beer, being very present with your shadow side. Let yourself understand that this week there might be some stuff that if you stop and listen, you may not like, but it would be worth looking into. Jasper, your focus for the week, nectar blossom, sweetness among friends. This is the third time we got the card. So Jasper, thank you for making sure we all get together with our friends. This is basically affection, thoughtfulness, especially if we're feeling kind of agitated with our fellow humans, which I know a lot of that's going around. People feeling attacked or feeling, that they don't like the people they're around or what's happening around them. This card is saying, get around the people that you like. Get into the gentleness, have fun with the people that you love and know. Okay. So Jasper, have any friends? Oh, I lost my light. It's inevitable every time, but we almost made it to the end. All right. So let's see. Anybody else out there want to me, please me? Feel free. We've got a minute and a half or so. I'm just going to keep reading into the evolution while we do it, though. Okay. So what else? Let's see. Oh, laughter upside down. That says we're being too serious. This is also a card to ask us to go out in nature, be near water, get a little bit more playful about that. One of the guys just said splash in the puddles. So I don't know if there's going to be any puddles around here, but the stuff that maybe you wouldn't necessarily do unless you were really in your playful childlike mind. This is very much asking you to just be in that flow. And they're encouraging you to use the element of water this week to heal a lot of things. Okay. Okay. So yes, ether. I hope I'm saying that right. Ether for you, Kimberly. This focus for this week for that is pomegranate flower, strength, detox, re-energize. This is really about getting toxins and irritants out of the body. So if there's any kind of toxic overload, sugar, chemicals, or any of the sort, this is a good week to allow the energies to cleanse and clear. So, lots of, one of the things my acupuncturist tells me is to drink lots of green stuff, eat and drink lots of green stuff during this time period for that kind of revitalization. So that would be what to focus on. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out for this Sunday. I'll be back next week, same time. Take care. Go be amazing.